If you think that there's a way out of this by getting government to pass laws especially to benefit the blacks, you're kidding yourself. That isn't going to happen. I want to read to you something which I wrote close to 20 years ago, which was published about 18 years ago in a book called Capitalism and Freedom, in which I was discussing the relation between capitalism and discrimination. And I wrote, and I quote, FEPC legislation, Fair Employment Practices Commission legislation, involves the acceptance of a principle that proponents would find abhorrent in almost every other application. If it is appropriate for the state to say that individuals may not discriminate in employment because of color or race or religion, then it is equally appropriate for the state, provided a majority can be found to vote that way, to say that individuals must discriminate in employment on the basis of color, race, or religion. Now, you will all recognize that that is exactly what has happened in the interim, as you have moved from the idea of non-discrimination to the idea of affirmative action. Temporarily, that affirmative action may benefit some blacks, some low-income people. But if you believe that Supreme Court decisions are going to be able to stop a majority of the population which is prejudiced from using this power to benefit themselves rather than the people who are disadvantaged, you're kidding yourself. That's not the way out. What is the way out? I think the way out is a very different one from the part of all of those who are interested in the people who are disadvantaged in our society. There are black problems that are peculiar to the black community, just as there are Jewish problems that are peculiar to the Jewish community. Baptist problems that are peculiar to the Baptist community. But those problems are problems that should be worked on by these communities among their own people by themselves through voluntary activities. And I think the only way we can make progress is by recognizing that from the point of view of political tactics, the only problems we have to deal with are human problems.